It's a known fact that GPUs are significantly faster for running large language models than CPUs. This speed advantage boils down to their fundamental design. GPUs have thousands of small specialized cores optimized for parallel processing. This means they can perform vast numbers of calculations at the exact same time. CPUs, in contrast, have considerably smaller number of much more powerful cores. These CPU cores excel at handling complex sequential tasks, executing each step in an algorithm one after the other. But LLMs require a massive amount of parallel calculations, making GPUs a far more efficient choice. Let's test this on my computer. I'll run the same models first on the CPU, then on the GPU, and we'll see the actual speed difference measured in tokens per second. Starting with the Deepseek R1 Distill Qwen 7B model on the CPU. To keep the test consistent, I will use the same prompt for all tests. And I will run same test on each model 5 times and get an average time. As you can see, the model is running 100% on the CPU. Now I'll speed up the recording and show the speed of each generation, followed by the average time for all 5 generations. The average speed across all 5 generations running on the CPU is 7.25 tokens per second. Okay, now the same model and same prompt, but running 100% on the GPU. I'll run this 5 times, speed up the footage, and then show the average time for all 5 runs. The average speed across all 5 generations on the GPU is 50.08 tokens per second, 6.89 times faster than on the CPU. I'll repeat the same tests with the Deepseek R1 Distill Qwen 14B model. Again, first on the CPU, then on the GPU, using the same procedure as with the 7B model. The average speed across all 5 generations running the 14B model on the CPU is 3.69 tokens per second. The last test is the performance of the 14B model on the GPU. The average speed across all 5 generations on the GPU is 26.85 tokens per second, 7.28 times faster than on the CPU. This means, on average, in these tests, the Deepseek R1 Distill Qwen models ran about 7 times faster on the GPU than on the CPU. It's worth noting that these tests were run with DDR4 RAM. My estimate is that the CPU performance would be 10 to 20% faster with DDR5 RAM. If anyone watching has a similar system with DDR5 RAM, ideally with an 8-core or comparable CPU, I'd be very interested to see your results. Please share them in the comments.